Okay people, welcome back to another Fwoosh review. Tonight I'm taking a look at the Bandai S.H. Figuarts Captain Phasma from Star Wars The Force Awakens, or if translation holds up, Captain Phasma. This is another one of the Figuarts where when it came up for pre-order I kind of hesitated, but given the history of the Star Wars Figuarts where 99% of the figures are better than what we get domestically, I went ahead and pre-ordered. To hell with it. It started the collection, might as well get everything from it. Well, most of it. As far as packaging goes, it has the bronze color that the other Force Awakens figures have. Everything's displayed up front. She has a couple of extra sets of hands and then the gun, and then looks like the shoulder pad comes off for the cape side. Also in the package, it looks like she's cranked back, so mine has a little gap right there. I'm assuming once I get it out of the package, it'll close up. Side of the package just has a, promo pic. Back of the package has the pretty pictures and some stuff I can't read. One thing I am noticing in the package already, she's not as dirty as the promotional pictures show. Got some scuffs, got some like oil buildup, kind of just dirty. The actual figure though is just straight silver. Not a chromey silver, but also not a dull silver. So it's kind of in between the Black Series and what we're going to get with the model kit here in a couple weeks. That is just absolutely chromed out. I'm going to get this out of the package and see what is going on here. And there we go, out of the package. And I really like the sculpt on this. The helmet is nice and crisp. It looks like the movie version where, it doesn't come down and round off. It looks more like a helmet. And then all the other various details on the body, just very nicely sculpted. And really, I like the silver on this. In the movie, she's not just completely chrome. She's a little bit dirty, a little bit duller finish, but not just gray. So the paint job overall, the actual color of the silver, I do like better than the Black Series. But to make this review easier, I'm going to remove the cape and put on the shoulder pad. Now, her head pops off fairly easy, much easier than Kylo Ren. Cape comes off. Now the cape has some added details. There's some straps and some pockets. I don't know, secret pockets? Who knows? Now, like I said, she comes with this extra shoulder pad, and man, is it a pain in the ass to get on there. This peg where the shoulder pad goes, it's hinged at the bottom, and then it's hinged again in the middle. So getting a solid base to push this onto the peg is just, it's kind of just hard to line up. But once you get it on there, it acts just like the other shoulder pad. Put the head back on, it's not a biggie. And while I'm showing that accessory, let's just go through the hands. In the package, she comes with 2 fists, and they look good. Just regular fists, balled up. She comes with 2 open hands, and it's weird because the end of her fingers are kind of flat, so they remind me of droid hands. And then she comes with a right trigger finger and a left holding hand for holding her rifle. And then for her last accessory, it's her rifle. Now, this is nicely detailed, different colors on it. There's a dark gray and a kind of a silver. And then like the Figuarts First Order Stormtrooper, this front stock, or whatever this is, folds down. Changing out the hands, in the past I've had some problems with hands, mostly Kylo Ren, a couple of others. When I got Obi-Wan last month, his were fairly easy to change out, and it's the same with Phasma here. They just pop off. And then it's easy enough just to pop another one on. There's really not a lot of fear of breaking it this time around. And then, of course, the gun goes into the hand pretty easy. Now, the gun is kind of thick, kind of bulky. In the promotional pictures, you could see that she was holding the gun across her body. And then here, coming up with the other hand. And kind of flat, but it's kind of hard to do, given that the gun is that thick. You can do it, but yeah, actually that's better than I've been able to do it so far. Now for articulation, she has a ball up inside the head that you can get up and down. Lots of movement. Because of how the helmet's designed, it doesn't come back in and undercut into the neck. It just kind of sits on top, open, so you can get down and up. Then there's a ball at the bottom of the neck, gets you some extra range of movement. Shoulders, pegged into a butterfly joint in the torso, so you can get forward and back. You can get some up and down. Swivels around, out, The shoulder pad does have articulation on it, so you could swing it out and then up. Double elbows, it comes pretty much not all the way up, but a good range of movement. The usual ball at the wrist, swivel above and below the wrist, and then depending on how you put the hand on, you have up and down movement or you have side to side movement. Good range of movement up in the upper torso, all the way around, and then down at the bottom, also a ball. Those two together, you can get good range of movement. Forward, back. Now it does open up if you go too far back. The hips, they do not swing down. So you have forward, then you have back, and then everything on the belt hinges out, so you get more movement out. Not terrible, but not as good as it could be if the hips did shift down. You have a swivel at the thigh. You have double knee, comes back that far. Hinge at the ankle, back, forward. Then there's the pin running through for rocker ankle action. And then you have a toe joint right there. Here she is with the Figuarts First Order Stormtrooper, and you can see that she's just a little bit taller, but a little bit thinner. It's kind of odd looking without her cape to bulk her out. I feel like the Figuarts Phasma does a good job of getting across that it's a female form underneath the armor. But given that it's Gwendolyn Christie and she's 6'3", I feel like this is a little bit short with the regular Stormtrooper. But then again, here she is with the Figuarts Kylo Ren with the Black Series robe on it. Adam Driver, also 6'3", so they should be the same height. So this does work because both figures about the same height. But again, you throw in the Stormtrooper and it kind of blows that out of proportion. I don't know if it's the Stormtrooper being too tall or both Kylo Ren and Phasma being a little bit short. Kylo Ren, you can kind of get away with it. Phasma, not so much. In my brain, I feel like she should be taller. Yeah, she should be more imposing, even over Kylo Ren. Because if you look at these pictures of Christie and Driver, it looks like Christie is taller than him. Now, it may be heels, it may be something else. Also, the head sizes are way different. I don't know what's going on there. But I just feel like she should be taller than the rest of them. You throw the Black Series Hux into the mix, and it kind of goes even more screwy. Now, given this picture, Hux and Kylo Ren, about the same height. The actor that plays Hux is 6'1", so that's not bad. But you go back to the pictures of Christie and Driver, then again, this is blown way out of proportion. Then again, you put her next to the beast that is the Black Series Phasma, and yeah, there is a huge difference. And actually, when I get right down to it, I feel like the Black Series is too tall, too big, too thick. At the end of the day, I do like the Figuarts Phasma better. Of the two Phasmas we have, the Figuarts trumps it. You can just get a more female stance out of it. It's more fluid in the articulation. Like I said, I do like the color better, the sheen of it. The sculpt, the gun, her ability to hold the gun with both hands without looking like a mannequin. But I'm going to have to see what the size is with the model kit. And then towards the end of the year, the Mafex will come out, which I believe has a cloth cape. Just going by pictures though, the Kylo Ren, the Phasma, Medicom may take it. But that's nearly most of the year away. For now, I believe the Figuarts is going on the shelf. The Black Series will go in the bin. She's not much taller than the rest of the troopers I have on the shelf, but it's just a superior figure. Is she worth the money? I believe so. If you're a fan of the Figuarts, if you only do Figuarts, this will look great on the shelf. They'll all line up. They look pretty sweet together. If you mix them up like I do, the Black Series, the Mafex, the Figuarts, the model kits, if you mix those all together, you may have a slight problem with the size of this. So if you can find this, go ahead and get it. It's a nice addition to the shelf. But you better hurry because Figuarts tend to not come back, especially for secondary characters like this, or tertiary in Phasma's case. She's no Zuvio, but she was still kind of underwhelming in the movie. Anyway, if you like the review, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the Fwoosh. Get up to the head and just, it's weird, it's kind of creepy how realistic it is. And I keep saying realistic, I know, but That's just the way, it's like holding a little mini human. And I know in pictures, the 3D printing of the face looks weird, but in person, it's very, very smooth, very blended in.